everyone, and welcome to According to Gidge. Well, today I'm going to talk about my favorite topic, which is skincare, and more specifically, the ingredients in your skincare that I feel like you should avoid. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a doctor, a chemist, a scientist. In fact, in high school, I accidentally set my chemistry lab on fire. True story. But I am a girl that fell in love with skincare years ago, so I study a lot, I do a lot of research, and I talk to naturopaths and estheticians. So you could say I take my skincare pretty seriously. The skin is our largest organ, and it breathes and releases toxins and regulates moisture. And of course, it's what everybody sees when they look at us, so we want it to look fabulous. But skin can only look fabulous if you give it good nutrition, and not just in what you eat, but also in the products that you put on your skin, and more importantly, the ingredients in those products. Unfortunately, there are hundreds of so-called skincare ingredients that are hazardous to your health, and they don't get regulated by the FDA. Today, I want to focus on my top 5 ingredients to avoid. First up is petroleum and mineral oil. Now, these ingredients are the byproduct of crude oil processing. Now, cosmetic companies love to use these ingredients because they're cheap, they have no odor, and they never go bad. So think about that. If you have a jar of petroleum jelly in your house, it can be there for 30, 40, 50 years and never change in color, consistency, or smell. That should totally freak you out. Now, the kicker with these ingredients is that manufacturers love to promote them as moisturizers when in reality they really dry out the skin. Now, how do they work? These ingredients act like plastic wrap. They form a film on the surface of the skin, and they keep the skin from breathing, and they trap toxins inside of the skin. They clog pores and promote acne. So teenagers hear that. The pimples, the acne, the blackhead, probably being aggravated by these ingredients. And for the rest of us, it slows down skin development and cellular regeneration, which causes premature aging. No thank you. Next up is sulfates, like sodium lauryl sulfate. This is the ingredient that makes your face wash and your hand wash foam up. It's also in shampoo and toothpaste. Now, what's so bad about this ingredient? Well, it's another cheap, harsh ingredient that's derived from petroleum. It will strip your skin and your scalp of its natural oils, causing them to dry out. You know that tight, dry feeling you have after you wash your face? Well, that's probably because of a sulfate in your face wash. They also cause eye irritations, skin rashes, and allergic reactions, and are also associated with eczema, dermatitis, and hair loss. Now for fragrance. Well, the problem with fragrance is that this one word can represent hundreds of chemicals that are derived from petroleum and coal, and are often known to be carcinogenic and toxic. These chemicals are also often known to cause allergies, asthma, vomiting, and headaches, along with being irritating to the skin and, once again, drying the skin out. To make matters worse, companies are not required to tell you what these chemicals are. So by adding the word fragrance to a label, manufacturers are allowed to use a lot of cheap toxic chemicals instead of using natural ingredients. Let's talk about alcohol. Alcohol is a solvent derived from petroleum. It's very drying and irritating to the skin. It can dehydrate the cells, causing hyperpigmentation and premature aging. Once again, no thank you. It can also make the body more susceptible to bacteria and viruses. And finally, parabens. Parabens are a preservative. They're what keeps your products from going bad. Now, the problem with parabens is that they transfer through the surface of the skin, and once inside the body, they mimic estrogen. A study published by the Journal of Applied Toxicology showed that breast tumors often contain parabens. Now, the link between parabens and breast cancer isn't exactly clear right now, and much more research is needed. But one of the problems with parabens is that they're in everything. They're in your makeup, your lotion, your hand wash, your face wash, your deodorant. And even though there's just a little bit, there's a little bit in every product that you use every single day. So every little bit starts to add up. Let's think about your deodorant. You put that on every day, sometimes twice a day if you work out, and you're applying it underneath your arms. And that area is adjacent to your breast tissue. So given that there may be this link between parabens and breast tumors, I say it's probably best to apply the rule that where there's smoke, there's probably fire, and you should just avoid this ingredient overall. A good rule to keep in mind while reading labels is that if you can't pronounce it, it's probably not good for you. So start looking for products that list natural oils and plant ingredients, but don't overwhelm yourself. Just try replacing one product at a time. In the upcoming weeks, I'm going to review some companies that are creating some really fabulous skincare products. If you don't want to miss those videos, make sure you subscribe to this channel on YouTube. And if you think the information in this video would be helpful for someone else, please share it on Facebook or Twitter. I'm going to post links below this video of some sites that I go to for research in case you want to go there yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week on According to Gidge. Ciao!